So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much. I am Sarah Harris, President and CEO of the Black Business Association. And we are delighted to have as one of our partners in Lyft, specifically Lyft Urban Solutions. I thank so much for Josh, who've been working with for the past few years, and supporting them on their Metro Bike Share RFP. Here today, we're going to be talking about contracting opportunities with Lyft. And so I am going to hand it over to Josh, who is a senior manager with Lyft. Take it over.
Thanks, Sarah. Great to be here. Appreciate y'all for joining. Sarah mentioned I'm a senior policy manager for Lyft, specifically for the bike share side of the business, which we call Lyft Urban Solutions. As Sarah mentioned, we're pursuing the Metro Bike Share RFP, and with that, have some opportunities related to DBE outreach and contracting that I wanted to share with you all today and hope to have some continued engagement on. So, Sarah, you can go to the next slide.
Okay.
So just a quick agenda. We'll provide a little more info on Lyft Urban Solutions and kind of, what we do, where we are, a bit more on the Metro Bike Share RFP, the specifics around the contracting, outreach, and mentorship program that we're going to be developing as part of the RFP, and then some more general information about being a supplier at Lyft more broadly, not just the bike share side of the business, and then some next steps. This is just a placeholder. You can go to the next. Thank you. So what is Lyft Urban Solutions? We are, as I mentioned, the bike share, and we also offer scooters side of the business. Really, our mission is to provide mobility solutions that riders love, cities need, and operators value. This is both in terms of operating bike share equipment, as well as supplying it. In some cases, we do both, primarily in the US, but also globally, we offer bike share solutions to a number of cities and across 14 countries, which I'll get to in a second. And then we also provide like software and operational tools that third-party partners can utilize as they are supporting our operations. There you go. Okay, so just looking at our global impact, as you can see, Lyft Urban Solutions has a pretty wide reach. We have nearly 200,000 bikes and scooters on the ground across these 55 systems you see here in the dots. This spans 14 countries, nearly 300,000 docks, and 15,000 stations. So pretty impactful. We operate some of the largest systems globally. City Bike, for example, in New York City, is one of the, I think, top 5 systems globally in terms of ridership, but also here in the US, operate, I think, of the top 5 systems in the US, the largest across the Blue Bike system in Boston, the Capital Bike Share system in DC, Divvy in Chicago, Biketown in Portland, and then Bay Wheels in the Bay Area. Next slide. So then looking a little more into the Metro Bike Share RFP and what we are doing with that, we'll go to the next slide. So for this RFP, it's due October 31st. This is for operations of the Metro Bike Share system. You may have seen these black and white bikes in the stations around the city. There are 1,800 or so of these bikes, 225 stations. The system runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A user can essentially walk up to a station, rent a bike, ride it where they want to go to another station across the service area, drop it off there, continue on their way. There are kind of 3, I guess I would call them, parts of this service area, sort of islands. One kind of around downtown, extending towards Koreatown, and then a separate one on the west side, and kind of North Hollywood area. Metro, with this RFP, has secured some funding to be able to kind of fill in the gap east to west, make it a more contiguous system. And so we're really excited about the opportunity to not only build on the existing system as you kind of see it outlined here today, but also continue to grow it, bringing many more stations, many more bikes to the region, in particular, being able to kind of position Metro Bike Share front and center with the World Cup, Super Bowl, Olympics, these mega events coming to the region. Next slide. So within the RFP, we're also going to be developing a contracting outreach and mentoring plan. You can go to the next slide, Sarah. This is really uh, there's a few pieces to this. One is helping us to facilitate further outreach to both the DBE and small business communities in the region, being able to utilize DBE subcontractors in our proposal for the Metro Bike Share program, establishing a mentor protege program where we help provide business development, technical assistance, networking, kind of a variety of opportunities to, grow your business, help overcome barriers, expand, opportunities that you might not otherwise have, and then just continue to grow our own subcontractor network at Lyft more broadly. Next slide. So within the Metro Protege program, there are a few elements, and this isn't intended to be an exhaustive list, but just kind of an example of what we'd be looking to accomplish. So we will select 3 DBEs to participate in this program, really tailored to their unique needs. We'll develop a plan. It'll include an assessment, both like pre and post participation. So we'll understand what your needs as a business may be, how we might be able to support that, develop some specific milestones and strategies to achieve that, and then continue to work and kind of keep tabs on progress throughout the term of our agreement. This will include monthly meetings as well as just opportunities for ad hoc touch points. So we'll structure a regular cadence and then also have a mentor available to be able to coach or support as needed. And then we would also offer assistance where the opportunity exists for certifications or other technical assistance. And I think this is really, again, tailored to each participant's specific needs. Is not intended to be like painting with a broad brush here, but just really understanding like what could be helpful for you in your pursuit of other subcontracting opportunities. What can we do to kind of advance your own goals there? Um, then kind of in tandem with that, also supporting business development, introducing uh, the comp plan participants to whether it's other Lyft team members, our agency partners, or industry leaders. And this isn't just specific to LA. If a DBE participating in this has interest in expanding more broadly, we have a number of markets in the US, as you saw, where we either operate or sell our bike share solutions. And so we could, of course, facilitate introductions to enable expansion more broadly. And then finally, just supporting participants in registering for our supplier portal and then enabling additional opportunities beyond that, beyond the bike share RFP. Next slide. So then a little more information about being a supplier at Lyft. This website here is where you can find a lot more information there and includes our supplier portal. I will put that in the chat quickly here so you have it.
I
This,
just did.
oh, thank you. So this is really intended to be kind of a comprehensive resource for understanding what it takes to be a supplier at Lyft, what the opportunities might be. The screenshot here is just kind of the login page or registration page once you get there to be able to register as a supplier. Next slide. So then it's just a bit more about why register as a supplier aside from the bike share RFP. we have across all of our budget owners and our global supply managers access to this portal. All the team members who have access are trained how to search and make sure that they can source the right suppliers based on whatever their need might be. In order to make sure you're best positioned for this, if you're interested in becoming a supplier at Lyft, just make sure that when you fill out the profile, when you're registering, all of that is accurate. Keep it up to date if there are any changes. And then, as I mentioned a minute ago, budget owners use that to source and find suppliers as their individual needs come up. And then when an opportunity does come up, we will reach out directly. We have our global supply manager team that is available and will be reaching out via the points of contact if they find that you're a fit for the specific need. Next slide. And all of that information is available on the supplier website as well. There's a variety of FAQs there and kind of informational content. So then, thinking about next steps, would be grateful for those who may be interested to reach out to participate in our comp plan by October 10th. So I believe Sarah's going to put this email address in the chat as well. That's our local operations email for LA. Just can be a kind of a general like, hey, here I'm interested in the comp opportunity for the Metro Bike Share RFP. Here's a little bit more about my business, and then we can follow up from there. Lyft will be submitting its RFP response on October 31st. There will be kind of a series of steps beyond that as we go through the RFP process where there will be a demo, maybe an interview process. We expect that will carry on for a few months. And then ideally, if we're awarded the contract, we'll be able to kick off this mentorship program in, let's say the first quarter or two of 2026. So that's our anticipated timeline. And that's all I have for the presentation. Happy to answer any questions you have. I know I kind of went through that pretty quickly.
Wonderful. Any questions from anybody? Okay, Bernice?
Limited. I was wondering, is it limited to only LA County? Like, could someone from San Diego participate?
Yeah, certainly happy to consider others outside of LA County. As I mentioned, the specific opportunity we're talking about is the RFP. There's not necessarily like a geographical limitation on where subcontractors need to be located. And there's also, of course, I mentioned the broader opportunities with Lyft aside from this RFP. So certainly feel free to reach out, express interest, and then register for the supplier portal.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Anybody else? Okay, well, if there are no other questions, we thank Josh and Lyft for coming to bring this information, making sure that there is ample opportunity for all businesses to be able to participate. We will, this is recorded, so we will provide the link to the recording. Is the presentation okay to attach as well?
Yep.
And we will send the presentation again that has a bit of the information about the RFP to participate. So we will send that with everything with everybody. But otherwise, we won't hold you any much longer than we need to. But if you do have any questions, either use the email that you have in the chat, or you can send to me as well, and I'll put my email if I need to reach out for anything, sharris@bbala.org. So that's mine. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, y'all.